everyone, welcome to Mission Stitch. My name is Emmy and this is my Flosstube channel about cross stitch. It has been a long time since I was with you last, since before the summer. We're now into fall. Happy October, everyone. I had a busy summer full of a lot of things. Super quick recap. I worked on the float all summer. If you've watched my previous videos, you know about that. We went to Florida in June, saw my daughter, went to Disney World. We celebrated, my husband and I celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary in June, just super exciting. July, we went to Disneyland with our whole family. That's the first time our whole family has been together in a really long time. So that was so good for my mama heart to have all of my kiddos together. And then the end of July, we finished up the float, got it taken care of. We got it all built and displayed and went down the float route and then came back and we had to tear it all apart. And everyone asked me if it was hard to see it ripped up, but just ripped down to nothing. So we had to return the base as it was. And you know what? It was fine because I went in knowing that that's what was going to happen. And so I wasn't sad at all. It was good. It was the end of the process. And so it was just really good. Anyways, just super busy packed summer. Oh, and then we went to Paris. So there was a lot. It was a busy summer and I had to decompress and get stuff in order after so much going on. I'm also back to work and it's a lot. It takes a lot to put a floss tube together. And so, so I'm so glad that I was able to pull everything together, have the time to sit down and chat with you today. I have lots and lots to share you, including 15 finishes, okay? Even though I've been so busy this summer, I have been stitching a ton. It has kept me sane, I think, and that kind of is what it does for all of us, right? So let me start with a previous finish. Now, this one is very close to my heart, and you will see why. This is the wedding sampler that I stitched for my wedding when we got married just over 25 years ago, and so I was just a young little thing. Let me show you. Okay, this is it. So this is from a book. I think it might be called Heirloom Hardanger or something. It's a book by Emmy Bishop. And so this is Hardanger. Now, I have to tell you, this is the first time that I ever did any Hardanger. And I think I did pretty good. And I just learned from the tutorials in the book. I have to admit, terrifying to cut those first threads. And there was something that I messed up on and I was able to fix it. But anyways, but it turned out. And so I stitched this before we got married and it was displayed at our wedding. And then I pulled it out of its frame because I used the frame for something else. And so now it just sits in a closet. But you can see there's ribbon embroidery, there's beads, there's all the Hardanger, the wrapped bars. Then there's these threads that were pulled and ribbon was woven through, and then the cute bows. Anyways, and then all of these at the bottom. Anyways, I don't remember how long it took me to stitch this. I want to say 3 or 4 months probably. I remember working on it during lunch when I was working. So during lunchtime, I'd go and I'd sit in the break room and I'd work on this. And so anyways, so that is a blast from the past. Oh, and there's even like specialty beads. Look, I just realized like this little pearl heart, these pearl hearts. Anyways, oh, I remember struggling with these ribbon roses, but you know what? I'm very proud of myself. That was 25 years ago and I had stitched some. I wasn't a novice stitcher to be sure, but you know, when you're young, you don't know what you don't know and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll do this. And so, yeah, I went and did this. I remember also her cutting me. I bought all of this from a little cross stitch store called Zian's, and Zian was the owner. And I remember her cutting, walking me through this and helping me get everything. And then when I paid for the linen, I remember thinking it was so much. And it was probably, I mean, I don't know, only 20 bucks or something. It wasn't very much, especially when it was 25 years ago compared to how much linen is now. Anyways, but I thought I'd share that with you since this little guy is 25 years old. Kind of fun. So previous finish. All right, let's get into finishes because like I mentioned, there are a lot. I'm going to do these in the order that I finished them because let's see. Yep. Okay, so first one, I finished this in Florida when we were on vacation. This is Kindness and Fortitude. This has been a whip for a really long time, and I'm so glad that I finally got it done. Oh, it's really looking dark. Like all of that modeling is so much softer and beautiful in person, but I love how this turned out. So the fabric is 40 count Blue Lagoon from, let's see, Red Thicket Fabrics, and it's a verdal. And verdal is so soft, you guys. If you haven't tried verdal and you're a 40 count stitcher, try it. It's fantastic to work with. And then I did a Silks4U. Oh, I'm so happy to have this one done. It took way longer than it should have, and I don't know why. Sometimes they just do, right? So anyways, there we go. Finish number 1. All right, finish number 2. I posted on my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this. This is called Twilight Woods Sampler by the Wishing Thorn. Yay. This is a very Art Nouveau inspired. And it's just so pretty. It has beads. And it's a sampler, but it's not like a traditional sampler. And it's just so gorgeous. So I stitched this on a 46 count Confederate Gray from Weeks with the called for threads. And I love it. It's just so pretty. So, so beautiful. And this obviously isn't very big either. And it really didn't take a ton of time to stitch. All right, next one. Okay, this one I started when we were in Florida because I had those summer vibes going on. So this is Summer Sampler by Romy's Creations. So I stitched this on a 28 count, just even weave, and I used Caron Wildflower threads. So I only had to use one strand. Now, I love how it turned out, but they kind of shredded on me a lot, which made me sad. And so they were kind of a pain to work with. So I don't know that I would use them again, unfortunately, but I do love, like this chart is just so cute. Like look at the little huts, beach huts, and then this crab, and then this beautiful lighthouse. Now I did rearrange some of the letters because I don't remember what, but the order that they were in was like an acronym, and I was like, I don't want that. And so I switched them around a little bit. But anyways, it did turn out really cute. And it was a fun stitch minus fighting with those threads. So I don't recommend Wildflowers, unfortunately. Okay, so next one. This is Quaker Peacock from the Workbasket. Now this, I have to laugh because this was an anger stitch. I was having a really bad day. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to start something, even though I told myself that I wasn't going to just randomly start anything. But I did. I started it and I finished it because it didn't take me very long. This is just on a 32 count Waterlily even weave. And then the floss, oh, it's kind of blowing out a little bit. It's just a DMC variegated floss, and I don't remember which one. If you really need to know, ask me and I'll tell you. But he's just so cute. Cute little Quaker Peacock from the Workbasket. So anyways, so there is that. That's finish number 4. Okay, finish number 5. This one I started in Florida as well. And so, and then finished not too long after we got home. This is Strawberry Fields from SubRosa Design. I believe that this was in a Punch Needle and Primitive Stitching magazine from a few years ago. I don't have it down. Oh, yes, I do. From summer of 21. And he's just so cute. wasn't there like the Strawberry Moon stitch along? I think so. And that's when I started this. So I started this in Florida. I remember sitting and starting this in the hotel room. And then I finished it later when we got home, because obviously it's not a super big stitch. I just used the called for, it's just a mystery linen. Nothing super fancy, just like a raw linen. But it's cute. Those little birds and the cute strawberry tree and the little flowers. It's just cute. That'll make a cute little pillow. All right, next one. Oh, let's see. Okay. I wanted to stitch this one forever. This was another unplanned start, but my friend was starting it and I was like, all right, twist my arm. I will start it. And so I started it and finished it not too long. I worked really hard to finish it. Before we left for, let's see, when did I finish it? I finished it before we left for Florida, it looks like. So this is Salute to Abigail. Oh, this looks awful. The color is blowing out. This is like just a beautiful brown. Right there's a little bit better. Anyways, I chose my own threads. And this was such a fun stitch. It was so fun. And I'm so happy that I got that little push to start it. I mean, look how lovely it is. Oh, it's just fantastic. Oh, it just makes me so happy that I stitched this. Sometimes you just need that push, right? To break out of your plans. You just need to derail a little bit, because full disclosure, so I was doing my 2-week blocks and that was working really good for me. And for some reason, when summer hit, things just kind of exploded. I don't want to say exploded, but just got crazy. And we were so busy that I just didn't do the 2-week plans anymore. And I wasn't driven to do it. I didn't feel called to do it. And so that's okay. So I got some other fantastic stuff done. So there we go. Salute to Abigail is one of those. All right. Okay. This is a huge finish, you guys. I got to be in my bonnet to work on this until it was done. Okay, you ready? This is Rose Quaker. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, let's see. So this is on 40 count vellum from Picture This Plus, and I used the called for threads. I love it. Now, I have to tell you something funny. When I was finishing up, I left these lower alphabets till the very end. I didn't know why. And then I started looking and I'm like, I better go through and make sure that all of the alphabets are here. And so I went through and I could not find a U anywhere. So I don't know if I missed it, if my chart was old. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So I ended up putting a U in right here and I just had to chart my own and I think it looks okay. And then I ended up putting the E for Emmy, in this cute little rose wreath. And so I think it turned out good. The colors are so beautiful. Just these pinks and browns. Oh, I love this so much. This is by, what is it, Stickideen. Oh, von Wieherburg or something. Anyways, there is a Dragonfly Quaker too, and that one is all in blues. That's on my list to one day stitch. It probably won't be for a while, but there we go. Rose Quaker is finished. So I didn't only do a bunch of new starts, but I also worked on a lot of whips and got them finished. Okay, this is another big finish. This is from Rosewood Manor, Crowns of the Kingdom. Now remember, this is all stitched in Petite Treasure Braid. So let me get close so you can kind of see. I mean, all that sparkle and those cute crowns. This was so fun. And the Petite Treasure Braid was not too bad to work with. I was pleasantly surprised. But just all the different crowns. Oh, and this one, this guy right here is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, the satin stitches. And anyways, this was my one a day and I stuck to it hard and I I'm just so happy with how it turned out. So, all right. Then after that, after having two big finishes like that, I wanted something just little simple. I needed something for my little travel bag. We were going to, Disneyland, and I wanted something to work on because you guys know I stitch inline. And so I started this little ink circles that's called Quiddity. I just picked my own colors. I picked a blue and orange variegated silk and then this darker teal silk, and it's cute. Everything's darker today, guys. My light was not working, and so this is what we get. Get what you get. So this is an orange fabric from, see, and that's a little bit better. This is a fabric from Live and Die LA that is their fabric of the month. So it doesn't have a color, unfortunately, like a name, because it was just a one and done. But I love it. It just is so fun and cute. And it was a super fast stitch. So I finished that while we were at Disneyland. Again, I remember sitting on the bed in the hotel room and finishing this little guy. So cute. Okay, this one I stitched with a couple of friends of mine. This is called Flowers, and it's from an Etsy store called The Little Art Veranda. And ta-da! Now, the chart itself is full coverage because all of this space in between the flowers, they have charted for like black. And so you could stitch on a black. But when I saw this orange and this green, I had this instant vision on this teal blue fabric. And so I was able to get the fabric and stitch it, and it turned out just how I envisioned it in my mind. And I just chose my own colors, just stuff from my stash. This fabric is called 20,000 Leagues, and it's from Kitten Stitcher, from her Wabi Sabi fabric line. And it's just cute. Isn't it so fun? And I was a little nervous when I started it because I thought, oh, that's going to be a lot of stitching. But you know what? It actually stitched up pretty fast. So it's cute. All right. All right, we're getting closer to being done with finishes. Okay, this next one is The Stockings Were Hung from Tiny Modernist. Okay, when you saw this one last, I had, I think this right here. Only that part done, so I finished. Now, I worked on this for Jolly July, and it turned out really cute. The fabric is 40 count frozen from Forbidden Fiber Co. And the colors, I love pinks and reds and teals for Christmas. It just makes my heart happy. Look at those cute little nutcracker guys. And this cute font, this block font with the different colors, and little Santa, like all of the fonts were really fun. And the banner, and then these trees. I was so nervous about these trees and getting off on them, but I was able to keep it together and they turned out great. So, stockings were hung. It's a finish. That makes me so happy. All these whips that are getting finished. Okay, this one I had started as well last time we visited, and this is Coquelicot from Reflet des Soies, and it is a finish. I think I only had this flower and then a little bit of this done, and now it's finished. This fabric is, let's see, 40 count presentation from Tropical Stitches. That's a little bit better. And remember, I had changed these flosses out. The called for on the flowers were very orange, and so I changed them out for more pinkies, and I really love how it turned out because now it looks a lot like the picture on the chart. And this is a really pretty golden brown. It's a little more golden than it's showing. It shows really cool here, but it's actually really warm, but it's beautiful. All right, next one. Okay, this was my Paris start. So at the airport, waiting to get on the plane to head to Paris, I started this. This is a chart from an Etsy store called Antique Sampler. Yeah, just called Antique Sampler. And it just says Art Deco Floral. Here it is. It called to me. It just said, yeah, stitch me in Paris, in France. So that is what I did. And this was a super fun, really easy stitch. Now I did have to change it because it looks like the chart was converted off of an old pattern. And so, or like an old piece, like an antique piece, and they recharted it. And so there were a bunch of weird stitches up here that were missing. And so like this was shorter than this, and this was different here than this. Anyway, so I just made them mirror each other across, but love it. And this is not showing very well. So the fabric is 40 count on thin ice from Live and Die LA. That is a very cool blue, more of a gray blue. And then this is a Threadworks purple thread. It is called, let's see, dark magenta. Oh, and it's just not showing, but it's like the prettiest color of purple, because it really does just look almost like black on gray. So, but it is really pretty. And it was fun. It was a fun, fast stitch. And now I can remember stitching on this while I was in Paris. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done with all these finishes. That's what happens when I don't film for like 4 months. Okay, this one I started last year. This is Floretta Sampler from October House Fiberworks. It is done. Now this is on oyster shell from 40 count oyster shell from Fox and Rabbit, which if you've seen it, it's a really light purpley gray, and it is just not showing at all, no matter what light. I don't know. Anyways, so it looks so dark. It's not that dark. And then this looks like white floss. It's actually a Waterlily silk called Touch of Pink. I think, no, Fresh Pink. And so it is like the palest pink. And on here, it definitely looks white, but I like it because it's not as stark as white would be. So anyways, it's very pretty. All right, and last one. This became my travel stitch. Again, and travel stitch is like in the car or like when I go to my son's soccer games, things like that. And so this is 2 peacocks from Modern Folk Embroidery. And I stitch on a 10 count Tula, just cream Tula, that I bought at a stitch store in Florida. And then this is a navy velvet thread, that Very Velvet from Rainbow Gallery. And again, the color's off. It looks so dark, but it's actually the prettiest blue. It's actually not a navy. It's kind of more of a dusty, darker blue, but not that dark. But anyways, the texture on this is so fun. I don't know if you can see, but the stitches just stand up. You can kind of see that there. And it is so just fun to touch because it's velvety. And so it's so tactile and I love it. And this was the funnest stitch because it was just so easy. The holes were so big. I could stitch it in the car while I was watching my son play soccer, just all of the things. And I was nervous that this pattern would be hard to follow, and it was really easy. And the border was so fun. Oh, it was just a really, really fun stitch. So that is finish number 15, 2 peacocks from Modern Folk Embroidery. Okay, whew, let's take a breath. All right, now I've got a bunch of whips, so I'm gonna go through those with you. Okay, I have kind of, okay, I have one new start-ish. Well, I have two new starts. So let me show you those. Okay, 2 new starts. So the first one is Beach Boardwalk from Country Cottage Needleworks. There are 7 charts in this series. This is 4 of them. I got 4 finished. So I started this on our way to California. Worked on it, and then I worked on it at home for a while because I was just feeling that summer vibe. Now this fabric is super beautiful. It is 40 count Ocean Sand by Atomic Ranch, but my white does not show up very well on it. So everything that is white, I've outlined in a light gray. And then also some of it I changed, like this was all white, these table and chairs. And so I changed it to gray a little bit over here. Like this bike I changed a little bit. I changed up some of their clothes. So it doesn't look exact, but it's really cute. I probably will not, I'm done working on this, I think, for the summer. I don't know. I might get a wild hair and pull it out like when I need some sunshine in the winter, but probably not. So it might not be back out until next summer, but it's so cute. The colors are so fun. It just is really cute. And this little, oh, let me tell you this. So it's meant to be stitched together, but when you sandwich this together, right next to each other, because there's, I think they just butt up because they're each an individual chart and you butt them up together and it doesn't call for any extra stitches. But when you do that, you've got to really watch because you've got to have an extra stitch on these little, the little banners, little flags to make it even, to make it count. So I was just stitching because there's a pattern. I don't know if you can see, but there's a pattern. So I was just stitching away and then I got down here and I was like, whoa, this is off. And that's why. So be really careful when you watch, when you look at that. Anyways, and there might be something down here too. I don't remember. Anyways, but it's really cute. I love it. There it is. So, all right. So that's my first new start to show you. Okay, my second, oh, I guess I have 3 new starts to show you. Okay, my second new start. All right, I don't have the chart, so I will put a picture of it. Here is Garden Ghost from Emily Call Stitching. Here is my little guy. So after I finished my peacocks, I wanted to do another velvet stitch. So I started this guy. You can kind of see, so this is black Tula 10 count, and then I filled in the eyes, and then this is called for black, and so I've stitched that. This is obviously a whip still. I'm kind of stalled out on it because I'm waiting for more floss to arrive. I ran out of the whites, so more of that's got to come. But he's so cute, and I am just going to stitch only him and maybe turn him into a stand-up or something. I might stitch the pumpkin on his head too, actually, but he's so cute. I love him. And again, he's just so fun to, it's just so easy to stitch in the car or at the soccer games, wherever I need to be. Oh, it's just so cute. So that is start number 2, new start. All right. And new start number 3 is my birthday start. So my birthday was last month. And I wasn't going to do a new start. And I'm like, why? Because I've decided that I really want to work my whips down. Like, really want to work them down. Right now I have, I think 30, 35, 34-ish. And I really want to get down to like a dozen is all. So that I like can have one concentrated one a month that I focus on. And I would do other things throughout the month, but that's just what I'm feeling right now. But I decided to jump and do a new start for my birthday. So this is it. Okay, this is from Etsy from the store is called Box and Fox. And this is just called Abstract Geometric Flowers. But I love this. It has like bright, happy colors, geometric shapes. It just makes me so happy. Now this is full coverage. So when I was looking at kitting this up, I thought, I don't want to stitch all of that. So I happen to have a green fabric, almost that exact color. And, okay, I kind of have threads all over, but. So the green is going to be the fabric, and then I'm stitching all the rest of the colors. And I used the called fors, and they showed up great. And you can see it looks pretty. Let me show side by side. I mean, sorry, I have it in the plastic. Oh. Need my clippies. Okay, here we go. So you can see it looks pretty good. It's so fun. I love when it's geometric like this because it follows a pattern and you just learn the pattern and just go with it. So I love it, love it, love it. So that was the last of my new starts. Okay, let me show you my whips. Oh, you guys, I have some good stuff going on for my whips. Okay, I worked on this Quaint Rose Needle Arts. This is Edith E. Nunn. I love this. I love the purple, like the border is so cute. And look, these motifs are so fun. Okay, let me show you what I got done on it. So fabric I am using is, oh, I don't have it on here. It is 40 count Colonial Green Dark, I think, from XG Designs. Okay, and it is wrinkled because I was working on it, but boom. So I think when I showed it to you last, I maybe had like that done. I don't remember if I had the alphabet done, but no, I don't remember. Anyway, so I did the alphabet. I decided to do alphabet instead of her name because I just felt like it. And so I did the alphabet in this light purple. It's showing up kind of white, but it's in the light purple. And then I did that other bird, brought the border around, which again, I love that border. It's so cute. So really all I have left to do is I have to do this guy and that, okay, and this big leaf right here. So I've got to do this, and then I've got to bring the border around and down and cross my fingers that it meets up, and I'm done. So this is actually going to be a focus piece for me, hopefully in about a month, so that I can get that one done. But it's so cute. This fabric is actually showing relatively true. Lighting and coloring is so funny. Yeah, it's actually showing relatively true, minus that light purple, but you can kind of see the light purple there. Anyways, so Edith E. Nunn. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. I love that so much. All right, next thing that I worked on. I think I showed you this last video. Emma Ponquam from Reflet Soie. Okay, I am stitching this one on, let's see, 40 count lamb's wool from XG Designs. Okay, when I showed you last time, I think I had this part of the alphabet done. I had a little part of her name, and I had just started this leaf up here. Oh, let me show you what I got done. I think this was the last one I worked on for my 2-week stint. But, oh, it's good. Okay, ready? Ta-da! So I finished this big motif. I finished this pansy. Look at that pansy. Is it not the cutest thing ever? And then I worked on all this border. Now, I was terrified of this border because if you look, like, it is a lot of color changes, a lot of craziness going on there, right? It's so fun. It is so, so fun. I was so sad to put this away because I just, well, there's not really, there's kind of a pattern, but there's kind of not a pattern. But I just got rolling with it and loved it. So I'm excited to get back to this one. I have a loose goal to maybe try and get this one finished before the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but when I get back to her, oh, that border. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on finishing Edith Nunn first, and then I'm going to work on this one and try and get it finished. But we'll see what happens and what calls to me, because Christmas is coming and I have some really fun Christmas whips I'd like to work on and get more progress done. So we'll see. I don't know. Okay. Then around the 4th of July, I was feeling patriotic and I was trying to be really good and not start anything new. So I pulled out my Queen of Freedom from Mirabilia and made lots of progress on her. Lots of progress. So this is being stitched on 28 count We the People from Fabric Flair. Oh, this is big. Okay. All right, are you ready? Ta-da! Okay, so when I showed you this last, I think I was barely working on some of this star border. I had stripes outlined but not filled in, so I worked and got all this done, filled in all of this. I'm obviously still working on some fill in here, and then I started over one skin. I'm gonna do it. But I mean, once I get this part done, I think she'll go really fast because this is obviously the bulk of the stitching. Isn't that the truth on mirrors that I mean, when you've got these massive skirts, it's so much stitching and then you get to the top and it goes really fast. So see, so if I can get this finished, boom, I only have her left. Now it is a lot of over one stitching, so it will take a while, but look at all that I'll have done. And then really I have all that done pretty much. So oh, she will be so beautiful. This is another one that, gosh, I'd really love to work on and get done. But it is patriotic. Maybe I'll pull it out during the election. So during November, end of October, November. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But I got lots of work done on her and she is lovely. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so Queen of Freedom. All right, then I have 2 active whips that I am making, that I work on daily, making progress on. Okay, first one is called Tropical Quaker. This is from the Gift of Stitching magazine. I just loved how fun this was. The motifs are great. The colors are fantastic. And the colors are actually a lot brighter in person. So I started this one last year and I just got the inkling to work on it. And so I've been working on it. This has been my morning stitch. Here we go. All right. So again, colors are not going to show very well. Okay. But I think when I had worked on it last, I had done this and this and this, maybe these. Okay. So I had done probably this top corner. So since then, oh, I'm having a hard time holding it. I'm sorry for the crazy guys. Okay, here we go, ish. All right, so I finished this top corner. So I've done this purple motif, worked down and done this. And then all of these 2 massive motifs, holy cow, they were big, lots of counting. Look at this cute little flower pot and this cute little flower pot. I actually just finished that this morning and then started in on this. You guys. Okay. Board is not working for me. Let's just do it without. Okay. And then I started on this big pink motif. Let me show you. It is right here. I mean, it's not as big as these and it's actually going relatively fast. So I got that started this morning. So I hope to finish that in a few days. But it's coming along and I would say I am halfway done. So it's really pretty. And again, it's Vicki Clayton Silks. I love Vicki Clayton Silks so much. They don't knot up. The twist is beautiful. They don't fray like other silks. They are just my favorite. Like so much that I'm thinking about, I don't know, maybe only stitching in the Vicki Clayton Silks from now on. Like they're just a dream. This is just so pretty. So this one will be, fingers crossed, a finish by the end of the year. In fact, when I finish this one, then I'm going to work on my Edith and then I think I'll work on my Emma. So Tropical Quaker, then Edith, then Emma. We'll see if that stands, but that's the rough idea. So there's that. All right. Okay, my last whip that I have to show you is huge. Like, this is my oldest whip. I started it in 2007 with a stitch along with a monthly release. It's massive. But I have a goal to get it finished before the end of October. So what is it, you ask? Oh, okay. It's huge. Okay. It is my White Knight in St. Petersburg chatelaine. Okay. This is massive. I've got to be really careful as I show this. So here we go. Okay. Oh, you guys, I'm so close. Oh my gosh. So we got home from Paris and I decided I wanted to have this done for Stitch West. So I had all of this middle done, and then I had this top, and I think I had this done, and then this. I don't think I had this building done. And I think I had this building done, maybe. So I had to do these 4 buildings, these yellow buildings, and then all of this, and then these corners and all this. So last night I finished up this. And so all I have left is to bring the border in and up, because it repeats, you can see right here. And then I am done with the stitching. I need to go back through and check on backstitch. Because again, this is like, I mean, 2007, like, it's old. And I started it when Martina was releasing monthly parts. And I kept up, like we all do, the first 3, 4, 5 sections. And then I put it away because I was a mom and had young kids and it was hard. And then I pulled it back out and worked on some of this and then put it away again. Anyways, so it will be done this year, mark my words. I mean, look at that. It's massive and it's so gorgeous. There's petite treasure braid in here. It's all silks. There's a couple little pearl cottons. And it's just so fun because there are specialty stitches. You can see the bottom of that building right there. And in those windows. And there's some on the border. Oh, right in here, you can see. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. And there's eyelets. And then just all the petite treasure braid. And then there are beads. And there's a lot of beads. And I have a bunch of them on. You can maybe see the sparkle in the middle. I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see. So, but I've got lots to do on it still. But the end is in sight and I'm so excited. I just like can't even believe it, you guys. It's kind of surreal. Look at that. When I got this tower done last night and realized I only had the border, I just don't even know what feelings to explain. Like the gratitude and the satisfaction and I don't know, just so much washed over me. Like I'm almost there. The end is so close. It's so close. Anyways, this has been a long road. Has it been worth it? 100%. Oh, so if you're coming to Stitch West, I'm hoping you will get to see this finished in person. So I'm not quite sure how long the beads are going to take me. The stitching for sure will be done. I'm hoping I can get all the beads on and done, but it's crazy. You guys, it's crazy. So that is my White Nights in St. Petersburg on my almanac frame, which is one of the reasons that I pulled this out and was determined to finish it. It's kind of like the end of an era, sort of. I don't know. Oh, so I've got to put this back on so I can get this finished. Hopefully the next time you see it, it's finished. It should be. It will be. It will be. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right. I've got a tiny bit of haul to show you. I mean, I've bought a few things here and there. Nothing super exciting. I really didn't even get stuff at Market because I just wasn't feeling it. So, but let me show you fast. Okay, here are my Bestitch Me fabrics. I got 40 count Verdal neutral. This is Frost. That's not bad. Beautiful blue, beautiful. And then this is the color Anemone, a beautiful purple. Yeah, pretty good. All right, and then I got my Live and Die fabric and floss of the month. So again, she doesn't do names, so this is just for August. And I just got notice that my September one is shipping out, so I'm excited for that. Okay, this is gorgeous. So beautiful. And it's, again, like the screen usually does. It's showing more contrast. It's much more blended than it really looks. It's so beautiful. There's pinks and greens and blues and purples. And then here is the floss. She tries to make the floss coordinate. So here's the floss. So it is very purple. In fact, it kind of reminds me, it's a little more purpley than the floss I did. I wish you can kind of see the variation there. Variegation. This looks more dusty on the screen, but it's actually more purple, a little more violet, but it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I got that. And then, okay, let me tell you a kind of sad, but okay story. So we went to Paris. We went and saw all the things. We went to the Eiffel Tower. We went to the Arc de Triomphe. We went to the Louvre. We went to, oh my goodness, we went to the Orsay Museum. That is a museum. It is an old train station that they converted into a museum. It was amazing. By far one of our favorite things that we did on the trip. We went to the Louvre, and while the Louvre has incredible stuff, and we saw the Venus de Milo, and we saw the Mona Lisa, and we saw other amazing things, it's just so big and so overwhelming, and you can kind of get lost. It was just a lot. It was a lot. And so we went there and we enjoyed it, but we went to the Orsay Museum. It was amazing. We loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. It was great. Anyways, we also went to Versailles, which was great. We just went and toured the palace. We didn't have time to tour the grounds, and I was really sad because I hear the grounds are beautiful, and we could see out the windows of the palace, the grounds. Oh, they were amazing, amazing, just looking out from the windows. And so I'm excited to one day go back and see the grounds. Okay, but as many of you may know, that Versailles is right by Sajou. So I was so excited to go to Sajou, and they recommend that you make an appointment. So a couple of days before we're scheduled to go out to Versailles, I get onto their website to pull up their email so that I can email them and say, hey, do you mind if I come? If I'm out of the country and I want to come and see. And there's a notice up at the top that says, special, we will be closed on this date. And it was the date we were going to be there. It was so sad. I was so disappointed. So disappointed. So there are actually 2 other needlework stores in Paris. So we went and tried to go to the one. They're closed. They're only open 2 days a week. So that was super sad. We went to one more, tried the last one, and they were open. So it is called, Bonheur de Dame. This is the bag that they gave me my stuff in. And it was just a tiny, tiny little store. And the thing about this store is that it was, I would say, gosh, 85 to 90% kits. I know that Jan Hicks went there. In fact, Jan Hicks and I were really close. Jan Hicks went over to France, and she posted a video, I believe, about going here. And we must have gone the same week. We were so close to each other. But yeah, it was 85, 90% kits. And a lot of them were their own store brand, like designs that they had made. And I really wanted to try and find a design from them to buy and stitch so that I could have that memory. And I just couldn't find anything. It just wasn't my style. I looked and I looked and I looked. And my sweet husband was there, and he's so supportive. And he was like, take your time. I'm fine. Do what you need to do. And so, but I was still trying to hurry because I was conscious of him being there. And I didn't want to take too long. And so, but I couldn't find anything. And they had some linen, but it was all just standard linen. And then they only had DMC floss. I was really hoping to get like some French silk or floss or something. And they didn't have any. So I did get 2 kits. So the first one is a Thea Gouverneur. And it is this. I don't even know what it's called. Anyways. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So it's a sampler, and it actually has 2 colors of floss. So it came with the floss. I've opened it because I wanted to check the linen, and the linen was awful. Scratchy, stiff linen. And I tried to wash it, and that helped a little bit, but not a ton. So I might just find my own linen. But the chart is beautiful. And the floss is beautiful. So there's like a dark red and a lighter red. And I think the count was, I think it's 36 count. And I don't love 36 count. I prefer 40. So anyways, but so it's cute. Cute, cute, cute. And then the other one that I got is a Permin of Copenhagen kit. And it's this cute sampler. Like, I love the bunny and the pear and these little deer and the weeping willow and the alphabets. And look, the border is different on each of the sides, which is fantastic. And I love that the alphabet's all different colors. So here are the flosses for that. Again, I opened it to pull out the fabric, which is awful, scratchy, stiff fabric, linen. And so I'll probably choose my own. But so these are my two mementos from France cross-stitch stores. Okay, I think that's it. We did pretty good. Oh yeah, under an hour for like 4 months of stuff to show you. I'm really pleased with that. Plans, I'm going to finish White Nights. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to keep working on my Tropical Quaker. Hopefully the next time I see you, I will have those two things done, along with, I'm hoping, that Garden Ghost from Emily Call, that I can get that done, that those threads come in and I can get that finished. I've got Stitch West coming up at the end of the month, which is so exciting. It will be so much fun. What else do I have? Oh, let me show you quick. This is a picture of our float. It is blingy and sparkly, and we used so much glitter. And then there's that shiny paper stuff. They call it floral sheeting or petal paper. Lots of tinsel, lots of fringe. The tinsel is actually called festooning. Like, there's all of these names for things that are just funny. But it was good. It was very exciting. So this actually depicts the Kenneth copper mine that is just like 10 minutes up the road from me. It is something that the Salt Lake area is really known for. And then we also did other things on the sides that represent Utah. Like, we did a mammoth skeleton because the first full mammoth skeleton was found in Utah. We also did a skeleton of Utah raptor. Then we did petroglyphs of other Utah things like delicate arch and pioneers, and like we did a little hockey figure and a basketball figure to represent like some of our professional teams. We did sports teams, that is. We did we represented local colleges, like lots of really fun things. And so because of how we represented the state of Utah, we actually won the Utah Award. Put that right there, which was super exciting, right? After all that work, it was great that that was recognized, but it was a memorable experience. Maybe I would do it again. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But we were promised that we would do it once and wouldn't have to do it again. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. So I'm glad that was over with. That's been over with for a couple of months, and it's been good to decompress and not have to worry about that anymore. Work is going into full swing. For those of you that are new, I work for a local school district, evaluating students for the gifted program and for accelerated learning programs and clusters within the district. And so we're getting started into that. We need to start testing 3rd through 6th graders. So that's getting rolling. Soccer season is in full force. And so my son has got games every week. He is in high school now, which is super exciting. So exciting and so crazy. He's my baby. So my baby's in high school. He's in 9th grade, which is crazy. He joined the golf team. So lots of golfing going on. He doesn't want me to come to the tournaments, so I don't get to go, but I get to drop him off and pick him up. And that's really fun. Just to see him getting involved and having a good time and enjoying, you know, the beginning of his high school experience. It's kind of the beginning of the end. It's crazy. My girls are doing good. They're just thriving in what they're doing. My oldest daughter lives in Hawaii and attends school over there, and this is her last semester. She's graduating the end of the semester in December, which is so exciting for her. So she's trying to get those last big final senior projects going and finished, and she's got a big passion project paper that she's got to write, and she's working on that. And we get to go over to Hawaii and watch her graduate in December, which is so exciting. And my other daughter is doing good, just being friends with lots of people at Walt Disney World and just doing really good. I might get to go out and see her next month, which is exciting. We've still got to work out some details. So we'll see if that happens. But anyways, I'm feeling so great. My husband's doing good. Like, we're just at such a good spot in our lives, and I'm so happy. But thank you for taking the time for being patient with me while I had a busy summer and spent time with family and worked on obligations and then decompressed from all of that. And thanks for coming back and spending time with me. I appreciate you so much. The community is great, and I love that we have this common thread of cross stitch that just helps us just find each other and support each other. And until next time, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stitch. Bye, everyone.